Jai Gurudev, dear students, children, welcome again in this EVS class. You know, we have completed chapter number 6 and we have started chapter number 7, that is caring for our homes. So, in this chapter, children, as the name of the chapter, that we have to study in this chapter that how do we care our homes. Okay, you know, we all are living in a home and we all like neat and clean home. But how our house will be neat and clean when we all family members put effort for that. Okay, so in this paragraph I have taught you during the online class that according to the condition of any place or climatic conditions, people build their houses, different type of houses. Okay, we have already studied about the types of houses in your previous classes. Okay, so some houses are big, some are small, some people make their houses on boats, and some of the houses are multi-story buildings. So these all we have already studied previously, but here in this chapter we will study about the hygienic and neatness of the house and how to maintain it. So here are some characteristic features children given about the house which is an ideal house. Okay, so the what kind of house is called as an ideal house? Let's see here. First point they have mentioned here, clean and tidy house with proper place of everything is an ideal house. Means that house can be called as ideal which has proper place for everything. Means we in which people arrange all the things in a proper place. So second point is there should be proper drainage system to carry dirty water away from the house. You know, children, if there is no proper drainage system which remove the dirty water from our house, either from our kitchen or from our washrooms, if this system is not proper and covered, then it can cause many diseases, because many type of insects can grow in the dirty water and they can spread many diseases. So this condition is main for, means proper drainage system is main for an ideal house. So it should have plenty of sunlight that kills germs. So there should be many windows and doors in a house. They should be opened every day to let in sunlight and fresh air. So children, according to the ideal house, our house should have many windows and doors also, and we should open and close at a proper time. Means when sunlight comes in the morning, at that time we should open the windows and doors so that proper sunlight can come in the house, because sunlight help to kill germs, bacteria, virus and other many kind of fungus. So all these things can be killed with the help of sunlight, and you know those germs can cause diseases. If sunlight will not enter at home, then these germs can grow, so they can spread diseases. So doors and windows are must and they should be opened properly at a proper time. and before evening we should close our windows and doors so that mosquitoes should not enter inside the home. And not only the sunlight, also the fresh air. Fresh air should be circulated in our home properly if proper windows and doors are opened. So next is doors and windows should have a wire meshing to keep insects, mosquitoes and dust out. So doors and windows are necessary for the home, but doors or windows should be covered with wire meshing. Wire meshing means जाली लगी होनी चाहिए. And what is the use of this thing? Because this wire meshing keep the insects and mosquitoes and even dust also out. Means wire mesh prevent these insects and dust from dirty things. Okay, so this condition also is necessary for an ideal house. And next is there should be some open space like veranda or courtyard. This allow fresh air to circulate in the house. So children, this condition is not possible in every home, every house, because many of the people, they live in multi-story buildings, and in which courtyard means angan, and veranda is an open place. So these kind of conditions are not present in every house and they are not possible. But if we make our house independent house, then we should keep it in our mind that there should be veranda or courtyard, because they help to circulate the fresh air in the house. So next is not only the inside but also the surrounding of an ideal house should be clean. Means our house should be clean, but not only inside but surrounding. Surrounding means all around our area nearby our house, that should also be cleaned. Okay, so these are all the points of an ideal house. We all should follow all these points. So we use many different kinds of things in our house. After use, some of these need to be disposed or thrown away. They become waste for us. So children, when we use so many things daily, when we bring many things, buy many things from the market, and those usable things we use in our daily life, but along with that we can create many kind of waste material also. Okay, so for example, wrapper of are many things, and plastic bottles, polythenes, okay, so metal cans. So all these things are the waste materials. So these waste also we should dispose of properly. So firstly, we should classify the waste into two categories. So household waste may be biodegradable or non-biodegradable. So children, what is the difference between these two? That I'll tell you. There are different ways to dispose of waste. These two kind of wastes are there. Biodegradable means those waste which are coming out from the plant and animal material. Suppose we buy vegetables and fruits, and when we cook vegetable, before cooking, when we cut the vegetables, and there are some waste materials, peel of vegetables or peel of fruits that we are generated as waste. So that kind of waste is coming under biodegradable waste. And non-biodegradable means all the man-made materials, waste which is coming from the man-made materials. Man-made materials means like plastic, polythene, metals and rubber. So all these materials are coming under the non-biodegradable. So we should separate both the waste materials. Biodegradable we should separate out and put in separate dustbin, and for non-biodegradable we should use another dustbin. There are different ways to dispose of wastes. So there are different ways also to dispose or manage these both the kind of waste materials. So biodegradable wastes like vegetable peels, leftover food, old torn clothes, fruit cones and seeds and paper can be put in the compost pit. These can later be used as manure. So children, from biodegradable material, here they have given the list of biodegradable material which are coming out from our kitchen. So these materials we can put in the compost pit. Compost pit means that pit which is used to make manure. Manure means खाद. खाद बनाने के लिए हमें एक खड्डा खोद लेना चाहिए जिसको हम पिट बोलते हैं, और उसमें हमें ये सारे वेस्ट मटेरियल को डंप करना चाहिए, so that we can make manure from these all the biodegradable waste materials. And next is waste produced by plastics, polythene bags and glass which do not get absorbed by the soil are called non-biodegradable waste. So all these material I have already told you, plastic, polythene bags and glass and even metals also, they do not get rotted in the soil. So they are not absorbed by the soil, because biodegradable material, these materials when they change into manure, and manure are the good nutrients for the soil, so they can mix with the soil, but these are not mixed with the soil. So that's why non-biodegradable wastes are more harmful. So used furniture, clothes and utensils that is not being used by you but are in a usable condition should be given to people who are needy. So children, here what they have written, that all these materials like used furniture which we have already used, our chair, table or other wooden things which are not of our use, we should give to other people who are needy and who need these things. Sometimes old furniture and old clothes and even utensils also we used to throw as a waste, but you should not throw all these things. You should give to those poor people who can use these things. So they may be your helpers at home or slum dwellers. Means to whom we should give all these things? We should give these things to our helpers also. Helpers means the workers which are working at our home, like maid coming daily at your home to clean utensils or to clean your home, to that maid also you can give. और slum dwellers means जो झुग्गी झोंपड़ी में रहने वाले लोग होते हैं, बहुत ही गरीब लोग होते हैं, हम उनको भी ये चीज़ें दे सकते हैं. So you can also give them to old age homes or orphanages. And children, you know, maybe some of you are giving also. Our old clothes we can give to the old age homes. Old age homes means vridhashram, and orphanages means anath ashram. So these two places we can give our old clothes, and we can donate many other things also which are waste for us, but they are usable for these places. So use separate dustbins for biodegradable waste and non-biodegradable waste. So children, we should use these two kind of dustbin for both the wastes separately. So green dustbin always we use for biodegradable waste. You can see here they have written also. And for non-biodegradable waste we should use blue dustbin. So you should also know the colors and which color is used for what kind of waste. Understood? So children, up to here you read it, because in the online class we have already studied up to this part, but many of the students, they are not able to attend the online classes because of their network issues or some other issues. So that's why I have made a video for you, so you all revise it and learn it properly and try to pronounce all these words which are slightly new for you, and they are not easy to pronounce. So pronounce them properly again and again, like biodegradable and non-biodegradable, because these two terms you will study in all the classes, all the higher classes. Okay, so up to here I am concluding my class. In the next class we will start from the next topic, decorating our homes. So Jai Gurudev to all of you.